Hey, Chef Austin with EverythingKitchens.com. We're going to be unboxing the Cuisinart Air Fryer Toaster Oven. All right, so we've got it unboxed, and let's see what we have that came in the box. We've got the toaster oven itself. We'll go on that in our 360 view in just a second. It looks like we've got the oven rack right here. So this is basically, you put your casserole dish on here, you put it in your toaster oven, and you bake right on it. And this is also going to be used for toast. So if you're making toast in your toaster oven, you'll want to use this rack too. So got that guy. We've got our baking tray right here. So nice baking tray. This looks like non-stick material right here. Looks like easy cleanup. And this is going to be used for roasting and baking, and also for the air fryer function. And it has the air fryer basket right here, so it's just a nice metal right here, a nice shiny metal. Feels pretty sturdy. It's got 4 feet on the bottom, so it's going to lift up the basket when it sits on the tray, so that air is going to circulate around all of your food very evenly. So that's the accessories that we have. Oh, also, of course, your propaganda from Cuisinart. We've got the register your products. We've got this handy dandy quick start guide. So I would say keep on to this, because this has all of the cooking functions listed here with nice pictures. So this is just a very quick reference for you. And then it's got a quick air fryer guide on the back. So if you don't want to read the entire manual, you can at least read this and know how to use the basic functions of this guy. And then we've got the recipe book and the instruction book. So this is the in-depth analysis of all the functions and how to properly use them, pro tips, do's and don'ts of this Cuisinart air fryer. And like I said, it also has all the recipes. So it's got kale chips, it's got chicken nuggets, it's got french fries, crispy chickpeas, Italian rice balls, you name it. It's got a cool recipe in there. It's all black and white. There aren't any pretty pictures or anything, but the recipes look like they'll be legit. So we are going to get our toaster oven air fryer on our 360 view, and we're going to show you all the ins and outs of this and all the functions of it. All right, we're going to look at the 360 view of our Cuisinart air fryer. First, I'm going to show you the front of this guy, so you can see it's a stainless steel build all the way around. So very high quality. We've got the oven door right here. It feels like a legit oven door. Like, it even has that kind of spring that springs it back naturally like a real oven would. And this is glass. This isn't plastic. This is real deal glass. And back on the inside of here, this is a coated metal. So this coated metal is going to be a lot easier to clean. That's why they did it like that. And then we've got the tray down here. So this is your drip tray. So this is going to be easy cleanup afterwards. After you're done cooking, you get crumbs and little splatters of stuff down there. You won't have any trouble at all cleaning that off. And the nice thing about this Cuisinart is that this is only going to cook when the oven is closed. There, you see there's a button over here. When the door presses that in, that means, hey, this is safe to turn the oven on again. So that's another nice feature. We've got our control knobs up here. We're gonna come back to those in just a second. We're gonna turn this guy around to show you the rest of them. So on this side here, tons of heating vents, that's good. We've got a handle down here. This is a plastic handle. This just makes it easier to lift up if you need to move it around your counter, wherever you need to do that. We've got on the back here, just more stainless steel, more vents. We've got a standard 2-prong cord on the back here. And these little black things jutting out is a cable wrap, so you can wrap your cable around there again. If the cable is a little longer, it actually wraps all the way around, but it does have this little plastic tab here, and this will lock your cable in place if you need to store it for long periods of time. So turn it around again, more vents on the side here, another handle on the side here, and then we are back in the front. So this is a very nice piece of equipment. I like the build quality of this. It feels like a appliance, like a real deal kitchen appliance, except it's miniaturized. So kudos to Cuisinart for making quality products like that. The knobs feel really, really nice. They just feel like a quality piece of equipment. Okay, so let's look at the main functions of our air fryer toaster oven. So the first knob that we have up here is the oven timer /on. So you actually have to turn this to a time in order for the heat elements to start heating up. So there's no on-off switch. You actually have to use this timer right here. So not a big deal, just something if you're taking it out of the box and you didn't read the directions like a lot of people do, you might be wondering, how do I turn this on? Right here. So, and then once the timer's done, you'll get a nice ding and it'll say, hey, your food's done. And then the next knob that we have over here, this is the temperature knob. So we've got all down to warm, and then it goes up to 250 up to 450, which is the broil setting. So nice range of temperatures, just like you'd have on your normal stove. The warm setting is great for warm, and that is the first function over here on our function style is warm. So warm's going to be for my food's cooked. I'm going to put my food back in here to keep it warm. It's not going to overcook it or anything like that. And then the next function that we have here is the broil function. So broil function is going to set the top elements. There's 4 top elements, and they're going to heat up, and it's going to broil the tops of your food. So if you're broiling cheese on your cheeseburger, on a Philly cheesesteak, that'd be great for that one. And then we've got convection broil. So it doesn't say convection broil on there. It's got a little icon with a little fan on it, and that means the convection fan that's on the top here is going to turn on. And what that's going to do, it's going to blow all of that warm air around the food, and that's going to cook it a lot faster. And then a quick note about convection baking. If your recipe calls for just a traditional oven, say at 350, on convection, you're going to want to lower that by 25 degrees because it's going to cook it a lot faster, and that's the temperature, kind of the temperature formula that you want to use, minus 25 degrees for convection. And then we've got a toast function, and the toast function is going to avoid this timer over here, and it's got a special toast timer right over here. So you can set your toast to light, medium, dark, whatever you want. It's got its own separate timer over here. It's going to set the temperature itself, so you don't have to worry about that one. And then when your toast is done, it'll ding, and your toast is done. So really easy toast function there. Then we've got the bake function. So bake function works just like your normal oven would. It's going to bake it. Quick note about that, you're going to want to set your temperature to whatever you want, and you're going to actually want to let this preheat for 5 minutes. So if your recipe calls for a cake to bake for 45 minutes, I would set this timer to 50 minutes so you get that 5 minutes of preheat time, and then set your cake in there and then continue baking as normal. Our next function we have is the convection bake, and the convection bake is just like the bake function, except it's using the convection fan on top. So that convection fan, again, is going to rotate that hot air around all the food, so it's going to promote even baking. And again, a pro tip, you want to lower your temperature by 25 degrees. If your cake takes, again, 350, you want to lower it down to 325 so you don't burn your food. And then the last function that we have is the air fry function. So that's probably why you're here, to see what this can do on air frying. You just set it to air fry, set your temperature, set your timer, and it will air fry your food. So quick note on your air frying, you're actually only going to want to use the second rack right here, which is number 2. It's labeled over there, it says number 2. And that's because that's going to keep it as close as possible to this fan into the heating elements, so your food will air fry properly. So another quick note is that you don't have too much clearance, so you couldn't put whole pieces of like bone-in chicken in here, but it would work great for French fries, chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, anything that's cut down that'll fit in this air fryer basket would work perfectly. All right, one more feature this has, it has a dedicated light button. So this light button will turn on the light so you can see how your food's doing while it's cooking. And that's the thing, this light will only turn on when the oven is actually powered on and cooking. Okay, so we're gonna test out some French fries in here, and we're gonna see how well they air fry and what it tastes like compared to traditional deep fried food. Okay, our fries are done. I'm gonna try one of these. That's really good. It's crispy on the outside, it's fluffy on the inside, just like a real French fry. It doesn't have that heavy grease flavor because the grease didn't penetrate through it, but it still has that nice crunch, that nice French fry flavor. I'd say it did a pretty good job. I did have to flip my fries halfway through, so there's a little bit of babysitting on this guy, but you know, that's kind of expected with most air fryers. This convection oven air fryer, I'd probably recommend if you have a family of 2 to 4, this would be a good size for you. If you have anything above that, you're going to be working in batches, which kind of eliminates the convenience of this guy. But other than that, I'm pretty impressed with Cuisinart. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give us that like and subscribe to Everything Kitchens on our YouTube channel to get more chef reviews and unboxing videos. If you had any questions about the Cuisinart air fryer, leave it in a comment below and we'll get your question answered. If you want to see more unboxing videos or have an idea of what you'd like to see, leave it in the comments below and we will make that video for you, and head over to everythingkitchens.com to get more information about the Cuisinart air fryer.